If you're in the market, especially in the Mumbai market, to buy a home, then here's some good news for you. Knight Frank's latest pan-India survey on residential markets reports that sales and new launches are down. Supply has stacked up and prices have been stagnant in most markets in the last year. My colleague Aishwarya Paliwal joins us now with more details on that report. Aishwarya, tell us, what exactly does this report say?
The latest report by Knight Frank states that residential launches as well as sales declined sharply in 2015, the lowest since 2010, across top 8 property markets in India. New launches fell sharply by 21%. Mumbai property market witnessed the sharpest drop with a 36% drop in new residential property launches during the year, followed by a 27% decline in Bengaluru and a 20% decline in the NCR region. Current unsold inventory levels stand at over 6.9 lakh units. This would take roughly 2.5 years to exhaust. Surprisingly, the budget housing segment, which falls anywhere between 30 to 60 lakhs, experienced some kind of distress, with Navi Mumbai, peripheral central and western suburbs witnessing drastic drop in demand. Thane, however, emerged as the silver lining, with demand increasing by a whopping 13%, as good connectivity to office markets with right ticket sizes product attracting a lot of buyers. Even South Mumbai bucked the trend as it witnessed a whopping 108% jump in new project launches, while demand in South Mumbai increased by 52% to 220 units. The Mumbai metropolitan region new launches second half of 2015 were down by 23% from a year ago period, while demand shrunk by 6%. Prices have, however, stagnated and have only increased by a marginal 3%, indicating a very good time for the end users to buy home. Moving on to the commercial real estate, office market saw a record absorption of 40.4 million square feet, highest since 2012. Vacancy levels for commercial spaces touched a 8-year low to a 15.8% in 2015. With such good numbers, the only concern remains is the supply of good quality office space, with vacancy levels moving to a 8-digit low and firming up rentals. Going forward, the consultancy has muted expectations from residential market.
Muted expectations for residential market. Aishwarya Paliwal there. Now, Aishwarya also caught up with Ghulam Zia of Knight Frank. Listen to what he had to say.
Performance of residential against the expectations, against the talks of the green shoots and the turnaround, etc. Our analysis yet doesn't corroborate or support any sign of turnaround. And that is something which is reflecting essentially because of one or two major reasons. First of all, job security. Any home buyer would first of all want to have a sustainable income stream going forward, and unless that sustainable income stream is not guaranteed, the likelihood of somebody going out and buying an apartment, which is a once in a lifetime decision for spread over next 15 to 20 years kind of a commitment, those commitments are not coming forth yet as long as the job security is not falling in place. When we are talking about budget housing, affordable housing, it is essentially in far-off locations in any city. Connecting those locations with the main city is something which is not yet happening, or at least the signs thereof are not yet visible on ground. And these are the major two reasons I would talk about, because of which housing hasn't been able to do the way we were expecting it to perform, say about a year back.
South Mumbai surprisingly has done very well. And you're saying the peripheral markets are not doing well. What are the major reasons for this?
Slowly, with progress falling in place, where you can see a lot of work happening on sites, the confidence has started building up in real estate, and especially in South Central Mumbai, where demand has always been extremely high. But because of lack of supply and lack of credible development, the sales were not happening. That has started changing. So today we do see a lot of good developers constructing in Mumbai and constructing at full steam. And that is something which is giving buyers that confidence to go ahead and sign the dotted line, and that is what is reflecting. As far as South Central Mumbai is concerned, the trends are completely bucking what the rest of the country is talking about.
Do you think that this trend will continue as far as Mumbai is concerned, that good developers are the people who will keep on making new launches and keep on coming up with new houses?
In the near future, we expect a lot of good developers to come up with good projects, credible timelines, etc. So that is something which is obviously a big confidence building measure that overall industry and various industry bodies are taking to restore the confidence of buyers in the industry, and that will definitely show results as far as Mumbai market is concerned. But in stark contrast, NCR is still far away from that reality. NCR still continues to, the rate of delays in the projects is only shooting up by the time it is right now crossing almost 3.5 years of delays in projects in NCR. and that is hugely impacting the sentiments of buyers. And that is something which we don't yet see a change as far as Delhi markets are concerned. And that is why we will continue to see that lack of faith in developers as far as NCR is concerned.